All right, we're going to try something new today. I have a cup of coffee and I have my sketchbook, and I'm going to draw and just chat about a topic. We're going to do these probably, I don't know, every other week. We'll see. But I want to talk about resistance and the resistance to want to make art or to sit at your art table or to paint, and what you do and how you get out of that. That's what we're going to talk about today while I draw and finish this cup of coffee. Once the coffee's gone, then that's it. So we'll see how long that takes. And I'm happy to be here, and I'm happy to talk with you. And so let's do it. Let's do this. It's what are we going to call these? Coffee and create. Maybe something like that. I'm going to flip you over. All right. So this is my urban sketching bag, and I haven't been in it in months because I stopped urban sketching in October just because of the holidays, and now it's cold. I'll start again in March probably. But I wanted to open it because, oh my, it's such a mess. I wanted to get some of these. These are some of my favorite pencils. As you can see, I really love them. And I wanted to get them out to draw with today. So I'm going to dig through my bag a little bit to see if I can find them all. Maybe that's all of them. I won't go through everything in here, and it needs a big clean out, but that's a video for a different day. I do love my Jansport though, isn't that cute? Anywho, so I've got my sketchbook, and I thought I'd use these colors, and today I'm just going to draw some mushrooms is what I've decided on. And I want to talk about, like, when you're not feeling it, how do you get back to drawing? Like when you are struggling and you're thinking, oh, I should be doing art, but your mind is in other places. Maybe you're busy, or maybe, you're not feeling well. Like whatever the reasons are, the reasons that you're not doing artwork, like those can be like from outside things, or they can just be, you're just resistant. Like I have that happen where, my supplies are always here out. Like I am fortunate to have this studio space in my very small house, and I get to keep my stuff out. And yet I will still not get to it. And for me, I think the resistance is when I'm busy, like not busy like, oh, I'm so busy, I hate that, that's not what I'm talking about, but like when I actually have a lot going on, like especially like a lot of things outside of the home, a lot of meetings or a lot of gatherings I need to go to, that'll be, then I won't do it. But I could take my sketchbook with me. The sketchbook could actually go with me. There's always a waiting period, you know what I mean, for any doctor's visit or before a meeting. People, you get there early. But like I don't do it. There's a resistance. And I wonder if you feel that way. Do you ever feel like, you want to, you're happier when you're creating things, and yet you resist? I think it's natural. I think it's part of the human condition, like who we are. But I wonder if it also comes from, especially as a woman, not doing things for ourselves, right? Not doing things like self-care things. So art for me is, a lot of self-care. It's not just like the creation process. It's how I process the world is through my art. And, I will let other things become more important than that. And I wonder if you have that, and how how you deal with it. Like, how are you getting out of it? Like, what are you doing to get yourself back to doing art? I guess that's what I want to know. Like, what do you do to help yourself remember that art makes you happier? I think that's what we all want to know. What are you doing? How are you like fighting the resistance? And for me, honestly, this video right now is a technique that I thought I would try. So to get myself back at my art table, I thought, well, I'll just shoot a video, because if I can shoot a video and talk, and draw, that was part of the, can I do it? Can I do it? My daughter seemed to think I could do it. Then this might be a way that I would be able to, fight back the whatever stops me. Yeah, I'm always happier when I make art. Always. Even if it's just like, 10 minutes. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't have to be a massive session. Like, in fact, that's totally not necessary for me. Like, I'm more than content if I sat at my desk for 10 minutes and made something like that. That does it for me. Yes, I like to do it for longer. I like to create for longer, but just 10 minutes and I can feel a difference. I can feel a difference. And I think that to remember that 10 minutes is good. Like, I don't have to, I think part of what happens for me, the resistance, is that I tell myself that I need to be spending hours, and then I'll be like, well, I don't have hours, so I just won't do it. And it's like, no, 10 minutes is enough. 5 minutes, as long as I'm making time for it, is enough. And so I think I need a sign that I put on my table. Maybe I'll make a little table tent that says 10 minutes will make you feel better. 10 minutes of making will make you feel better. I think having that would help, actually. Yeah, it's interesting to me that we don't do the things that we know make us feel good. Do you have that? I mean, is that part of your, MO? I think that's part of mine, is to put myself kind of last sometimes. Take care of everything else, and then, squeeze in something for me or not. And I think that's a mistake. I think that's a mistake, because it's totally, it's like they say it all the time, those the airplane metaphor where it's like, put the mask on yourself before you help someone, with their mask. And it's like, yeah, they say that because it's true. And so I should be listening to that. I should be listening to that thinking, right, this amount of time that I'm doing for myself actually helps me help other people more. It's not the other way around. It's not that helping myself takes away. It actually makes me feel more able to help other people. So maybe I need that on my little sign too. Like, you'll actually be able to do more if you actually, help yourself. Yeah, I don't know. I think the resistance is real. Like, there are weeks where the only time I get in the studio is on, when I film for the Sunday Studio series. And frankly, that's not enough making for me. Like, I actually want to make more frequently. Like, I feel better when I am making more frequently. And so I really need to figure this resistance thing out. Like, I think it's going to be important for the rest of my life, really. I think it's important. I think it's an important lesson for me to learn and to figure out how I do it. And I want to know how you do it. How do you do it? Like, do you have resistance, and how are you handling it? Also, I just love to draw mushrooms. There's such an easy organic shape. Sometimes I use a mushroom guide. We have this Arkansas mushroom guide, which I really like, and I'll use that as a reference. But today, it's just me doing it. And aren't these great, these colored pencils? These are Mega Color by Create Color. And you can buy a set on Blick, or you can buy them individually. And my two favorite colors, obviously, are the dark red and the blue, which is ultramarine. And I love them. I've bought them so many times, and I just use them until they're like nubs because I just love them. They're very chunky, but what I love about the chunkiness is that it's like, they're easy to hold. I really feel like I could like really scratch in if I wanted to. And I love that. I actually really love that. Let's see, little mushrooms. I looked up mushrooms the other day. You know the little tiny ones that grow in like a fairy ring. I looked up like what they're called. They're literally called fairy ring mushrooms. I was so surprised. Like that's like the name. I'm sure. I mean, they have like a scientific name. I'm sure, but they are really called fairy ring mushrooms, and I think that's amazing. We have those there here a lot, and so that's why I was curious what they were called. Yeah, it is fun. See, I haven't spent very much time, and I'm already like I was feeling. I have a lot of projects happening right now, and so I was feeling really just like I have too much to do, right? So sitting at my desk feels like, oh, I don't really have time for that. Do you know what I mean? Like I don't really have time to sit there and draw mushrooms, But I already feel better. I already feel like, oh, I'll get all those projects done. It's fine. It's fine. It'll be fine. And I think that is like the magic of doing art, is like it releases something in my brain that is holding tight. Yeah, and I forget and I don't do it. And I want to do it. I want to do it. Those are fun. As I'm filming this, I'm not really sure you can see it all as I move it around, but to draw, I kind of have to move it around. It's just part of it. Let's see. It's so cute. They're so cute. I'm sorry. I'm just always tickled by they're just so cute and adorable. Like little mushrooms are so cute. We have some that kind of look like this. They like open up fully like that way. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah. Yeah, they're pretty fun. I don't know. I just kind of like them. They're amazing. There's more research about them that they're not really a plant and they're not really an animal. They're definitely like their own thing. And that is very cool. That is very cool. Oh, I don't know if you know that I am not like a lettering person. I admire those people so much who have that skill. I am a font person. My graphic design background, I am a font person, but I am not a lettering person, not really. So I've had to like just realize like I am just gonna do whatever, you know, like it's gonna look however I do it, which is not perfect, I guess is what I'm saying. I admire those people who can do it, who are lettering specialists. Like it's beautiful. Their work is just beautiful, but not. It's not. It's not the skill I have. Mhm. Oh, I love it. My sketchbooks aren't, meant for finished work. They're just for me. They're for play. They're for experimentation. They're for, you know, so I'm never looking for like finished spreads or anything like that. For me, they're just like drawing. Like, how much can I draw? That's what I'm interested in, or painting or whatever it is that I'm doing in them. So I don't know. I don't know if this is of interest to people because I think that, they're used to seeing people who are doing like finished layouts and finished drawings. And it's just for fun for me. For you, I guess, to watch, but and all I can think about is like how I resist doing this. Like I can't get it out of my head. And I enjoy it so much. Yeah, I'm making a sign. That's what's going to happen. I'm going to make a little table tent to remind me. I'm in here all the time, so I'll see it all the time. I think that looks great. Let's stamp it. So I have this date stamp that I use, and today is the 22nd. I think. Should check that first before I say it is. Yes, it is. Okay. Yeah. I love it. I love it. And create a color if you haven't tried these yet. They're great. They're not like fine, like, art color pencils that are like really fine tip. Obviously, they're very chunky, but I love them. I mean, I just love them. Yeah, I love them. Thanks for drawing with me and sharing my cup of coffee. I'm almost done. I think I have one more sip. So good. And so yeah, think about what resistance you have to like doing your work, your artwork on a regular basis. Like what stops you from creating? Are you like a perfectionist? Do you think you need more time? Are you too busy doing all the other things and this takes the last, it just doesn't take precedent? I'm really thinking about it and how I can incorporate doing more, making more, because it is what makes me happy. And so I'm just really thinking about resistance and how I handle resistance and how I overcome it. And so that's kind of what I want you to think about now too. I want you to think about, do you have resistance, or do you just automatically, you just go into your, wherever you paint or draw and you just do it? Or are you more like me and everything else will take priority and then this gets like second, even though this is the thing that makes me the happiest. You know, it's interesting. It's interesting to think about. Yeah, yeah. Anyway, it's good to see you, and it's good to be here. And I just enjoy drawing with you. We'll do it again. I'll draw something else. Who knows? Who knows what we'll do? We'll just have coffee and create. Yeah, I love it. All right. See you next time.